In a post-nuclear future, thousands of people are living in a giant missile silo. No one remembers how the world ended. No one knows what came before Freedom Day, a holiday marking the failed uprising that happened 140 years ago, when rebels tried to go outside and were crushed before they could take a single step. All they have are the rules passed down through generations. Never say you want to go outside. Never question the founders. Never ask about the world before. But in every system built on silence, there's always one person who dares to ask why. Freedom Day is coming, and the people prepare to celebrate another year of obedience disguised as freedom. Down one of the narrow corridors is Allison. She works in IT, the department that controls the silo's data, its computers, its secrets.
Mrs. Becker.
Oh, hi.
Allison runs into Gloria Hildebrandt, the fertility counselor, one of those people who knows a little too much about everyone's private life. She asks Allison how things are going. Everyone knows that Allison and her husband, Holston, the silo sheriff, just got approval to try for a baby, a privilege that comes with strict limits.
I can't believe it.
In the silo, every life must be authorized. The population is controlled down to the last digit. You get 365 days to conceive before the government reinstates your birth control implant. Miss the window, and the chance is gone. The couple hasn't had any luck.
Your second time?
Third.
And last.
Allison tries to move on, but Gloria isn't finished. She lowers her voice and asks Allison to come with her for a moment. She needs to speak in private. Reluctantly, Allison follows her into a small, dim apartment on the lower levels. The first thing Gloria does is walk to the sink and turn the faucet on full. The rush of water fills the room, steady and loud.
Why'd you do that? Because I don't want them to hear.
In the silo, conversations are monitored. Judicial, the branch that enforces the laws, listens through hidden microphones embedded in the walls and pipes. The sound of running water is the only way to guarantee privacy. Allison stands still, uneasy. She can feel the weight of what this means. Gloria wouldn't risk this for something ordinary.
I should get to work. Oh, please. I didn't ask you here on a whim.
She asks Allison if she's ever wondered about the servers that were wiped during the rebellion, or the books that were burned after Freedom Day. She asks whether Allison believes it was really the rebels who destroyed the records, or if maybe, just maybe, someone else wanted the past erased. Allison feels uneasy and moves to leave, but Gloria stops her. She says one last thing. Do you really think you're someone they want having a baby?
Do you really think you're the kind of person they want having children?
The words stay in Allison's head as she walks home. That night, she tells her husband, Holston, the sheriff, about Gloria's questions. He's angry and wants to arrest her for spreading lies, but Allison stops him. She only wants him to find out why they haven't been able to conceive. Holston doesn't believe there's anything suspicious.
She just...
Just what? Said something that upsets you?
The next day is Freedom Day. While everyone's celebrating, Allison is working. She gets a repair ticket from a man named George, who runs a small workshop. He's been filing tickets on purpose, hoping she'd be the one to show up. He found something, a forbidden relic drive, and needs her help.
Said he found it under the carpet in a closet.
When they open it, the screen shows nothing, but when Allison uses her recovery skills, hidden files appear. They're blueprints of the silo, detailed maps of areas no one knew existed. It's unsettling. Allison leaves quickly, her mind racing. She can't let it go. The next day, she finds Gloria again and asks why they wouldn't want her to have a baby. Gloria tells her the truth. The system doesn't let people who think for themselves reproduce. The implant inside Allison was never removed. They made her believe it was.
Holy shit.
After 3 failed attempts to get pregnant, Allison starts to believe her. Furious, she returns to George. Together, they dig deeper into the files and find a video of the outside world. The sky is blue. The grass is green. The trees are alive. It's nothing like the dead wasteland they've been told about. When her fertility window ends, Allison refuses to go in for her next procedure. Holston finds her at home bleeding.
You okay?
Sit, please.
She removed the implant herself. She tells him everything, that they've been lied to, that the outside is fine. When he comes back with help, she's gone. Moments later, the entire silo is watching as Allison stumbles into the cafeteria. shouting that everything they've been told is a lie. Then she says it, the one thing no one is allowed to say. She wants to go outside.
It's okay. It's okay.
I want to go out!
There's no going back. By law, her wish must be granted. They suit her up and send her out. Through the cameras, the silo watches her clean the lens and then fall, dead, just like everyone before her. 2 years later, George is found dead. They call it suicide. But Juliet, an engineer who was secretly seeing him, doesn't believe it. The day before he died, he told her he'd discovered something big. She never saw him again. Juliet starts to realize George didn't kill himself. He was silenced. The next day, Sheriff Holston and his deputy, Sam Marnes, meet Juliet to investigate George's death. She shows Holston a relic and half a note. Remember where you were the last time you saw this.
Remember where you last saw this?
She takes Holston to that place, deep in the lower levels of the silo, an area he's never seen. They find a secret chamber with an old machine and dark water, believed to be part of the original construction, and searched for a hidden door. In George's hideout, Juliet finds relics, a camcorder-like device, and a drive with instructions in Holston's wife's handwriting. A brief argument breaks out. Juliet accuses him of coming only to connect George to Allison's death.
There's a reason why George hid this. Maybe it'll tell us why.
Juliet wants answers about George's killer. Holston insists on judicial rules. He promises to signal her if he finds anything.
What kind of signal?
You'll know it when you see it.
Weeks later, Holston goes outside. Cameras show him collapse near Allison's body. Everyone thinks he dies, but he sees a green, living world inside. Chaos spreads. Without a sheriff, order fails. Judicial pushes their candidate, but Mayor Johns refuses.
I wish you said who should take the job.
Then Marnes reveals Holston names Juliet as his successor. Mayor Johns and Deputy Marnes go down 144 levels to meet Juliet. At the lower levels, Juliet tells her boss, Knox, that the generator needs a full shutdown for repairs. It's never been done before. Knox warns that even 1 hour of darkness could throw the silo into chaos. Still, Juliet pushes through.
Last I heard, I'm the head of mechanical, and you're my shadow.
Despite protests from Judge Meadows and Bernard from IT, Johns offers Juliet the sheriff's badge. She refuses but accepts after seeing truth on Holston's old badge. That night, Johns and Marnes share a moment, but Johns is later poisoned and dies, leaving Marnes shaken. Somebody! Marnes' grief turns to rage. He assaults a suspect, desperate for answers, until Juliet stops him. She shares what she's found about George and Holston. They agree to help each other, her with Johns' murder, him with George's death. But before they get far, Marnes is found dead in his apartment, beaten and silenced. Judicial moves quickly. Paul Billings, their preferred choice for sheriff, is made Juliet's deputy. Sandy warns Juliet to find the killer fast, or the judicial will choose someone to blame.
Because Judge Meadows doesn't give a shit about the truth.
Juliet discovers that Doug Trumbull, one of Sims's men, planted false evidence to frame Patrick Kennedy. When Juliet corners Doug, he runs straight to Sims, begging for help. Sims listens, then kills him. Cleaning up the mess and naming Doug the murderer of both Johns and Marnes, the truth is buried again. Juliet recovers one of George's relics, hoping it will reopen the case into his death. She plants it in Doug's old apartment to make it look like new evidence.
Well, this was found about 10 hours ago by Deputy Billings on a search.
Then uses that lead to find Regina Jackson, a relic dealer and George's former lover. Regina admits she bought relics for him. Sims quickly finds out and confronts Juliet. Bernard steps in, accepts her story, but orders her to drop the investigation into Doug's motives. Tension grows between Juliet and Paul Billings. She doesn't trust him and calls out his secret syndrome, a condition that should have disqualified him as deputy.
You have the syndrome, and you're hiding it.
Later, Regina confesses she once told the man who knows everything about George's hard drive after he threatened her loved ones. Before Juliet leaves, Regina gives her a relic George left behind, an old children's travel book. As Juliet flips through the pages in her apartment, She's unaware that hidden cameras are watching her every move. Juliet finds Gloria, being drugged under Judge Meadows' orders. Juliet turns to her father for help, and finally gets to question Gloria. Gloria says she was in the Flamekeepers, a secret group preserving the old truth. Juliet learns her mother was close to them, and her father was forced to stop them from having children. She realizes the silo is full of hidden cameras. Juliet takes George's hard drive from Gloria's room just before Sims's men arrive to arrest her, but she's already gone. Judicial raids the sheriff's office looking for the hard drive and finds nothing. Juliet fights back using Billings's knowledge of the pact. She briefly arrests Sims and breaks into his office.
Miss Nichols, you can't just
Robert
barge
Sims,
into
you're
your
under
office
arrest.
like this.
There, she finds files on her mother, Walker, and Shirley, proof that Judicial has been spying on everyone. Hannah's file confirms her illegal magnifier was discovered through those cameras, and that Juliet's father wasn't the one who betrayed her. She reconciles with her father, who explains Hannah's rebellion and suicide.
She never believed me.
I know.
Juliet tries to access the hard drive, but checkpoints trap her, and Lucas is too afraid to help. Bernard finds her and reveals he controls the silo and caused Johns's and Marnes's deaths. He and Sims arrest Juliet, take the hard drive, and claim that Juliet has asked to go outside. Cornered, Juliet leaps from the silo's central staircase, clutching the hard drive as she falls. Juliet hides from Judicial, slipping through blind spots. Paul Billings searches her room, finds the children's book, keeps one page, burns the rest. She breaks into Sims's apartment, uses his computer, and finds a video George left for her. He tells her to find the door under the silo.
The second you connected that drive, they knew where you were.
Bernard tracks the hard drive, raids the place, but Sims's wife helps Juliet escape. With Patrick and Danny's help, Juliet watches more footage. The outside looks green and alive.
The display is alive.
Juliet broadcasts the video to everyone in the silo. For a moment, people see the beautiful landscape before Bernard cuts the feed fast. Juliet runs to Mechanical to see Walker one last time. Moments later, she's arrested. Bernard visits her in custody with an offer.
I have a proposal, a deal for you.
Go outside willingly, and he'll tell her the truth about George and spare her people at Mechanical. She chose the latter, and he shows her a video of George's death, lies about what really happened. No! And secretly keeps the hard drive. Juliet suits up for her cleaning. As she steps outside, her helmet shows the same lush green world, but she soon realizes it's a lie, a projected image hiding the truth. The real world is dead, gray, and poisoned. Still, she keeps walking. The others who went before her fell, their suits burned through by bad tape. But Walker gave her proper heat tape. It holds. Juliet climbs out of the crater that surrounds the silo. As she reaches the top, she looks out and freezes. There are dozens of craters, each holding another silo. In the distance, a ruined city waits on the horizon. Juliet out in the real world, the truth finally in sight, and the mystery of the silos just beginning. Stay tuned. Season 2 is just getting started. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you love stories that keep you questioning everything.